Hey everybody, this is Kaci. I want to remind you guys that I do have mentorship opportunities available. You can click the link below the video to learn more. I also have available for you to follow my trades live. But today what we're going to do is just recap a couple of the trade setups that I've recorded and done videos on here. So you want to stay tuned. Okay, so first up is EURJPY. On the last video, I broke down and talked about what I anticipated seeing happening with this pair. And I was expecting a little bit of a pullback to about 130, maybe potentially a little bit higher. And it looks like we actually did. So that was last week, Saturday or so, I did a video. And I thought we were going to, let me get my little pen tool. So I thought we were going to pull back somewhere in between here. And that was on the 7th or so. And so it looks like we fell short, just maybe 10 pips or so. I thought we were coming to 130 minimum, potentially higher. We came back to 129.9 and then we began to fall off the cliff. So I am still looking at this pair to reach my end target, which is 127.5-ish. And so what looks like is happening right now is that price is potentially forming a swing low. And if you don't know what a swing low is, go to my channel page, watch any of the analysis, and I explain to you what that is. But it looks like we're getting the swing low. And then what we're probably going to see is price do a pullback. And then we're going to see a continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for on this pair. It may not even go this high, but looking at structure, I see the potential for price to retest potentially this area here. I'm going to bring this forward. Yeah, so I see the potential for price to go back up, test this area, because here we had past support. Price reacted at this level, pulled back, and then broke through. And so to me, it seems logical that we'll get this move here. We'll break through, come back, and then make the continuation to the downside. So right now, from the point that we talked last week, price, I'll tell you in 2.5 seconds. Price went as far as about 150 pips in the profit. And now we're just getting a little pullback. And I think we're going to see that continuation to the downside. So if you're not already in this trade, I would wait for price to form that swing low to go back and retest past support as future resistance, and then look for a trend line break on a lower time frame. So drawing an uptrend line, waiting for that to break, retest, and then enter for the continuation to the downside. So I think we're still headed that way. So the next one that I want to look at is CHF-JPY, and I believe I marked this one up I did this one in TradingView. So you're probably wondering, like, why are you using different platforms? I've mentioned before that I am transitioning over to Smart Trader, and it has the smart fibs that TradingView just doesn't have. And I have found it to continue to prove to be such a valuable portion of my trading business as far as the accuracy that Smart Trader gives you with the smart fib tools. If you refer to the last video that I did on NZDUSD, you'll see Smart Trader, smart Fibonacci for smart trend lines, smart support and resistance at work. So this one I did in TradingView. And at the time that I recorded this video, I thought we were going to see like a pullback at least to the 618 level, and then price start making a move down. But we actually got a little bit higher pullback than what I thought. So it looks like price went to the 786 level, which means we just simply adjust our take profit. And in this case, it really didn't matter because it still went to the matching D extension. And then also it went on to surpass the D extension. So what looks to be happening now is that we're getting a pullback, and we're probably going to get continuation to the downside on this pair. So a lot of people ask, like, oh my God, you have such huge stop losses. How do you do that? you know, you position yourself accordingly based on the setup. And so here you see, even though we got more pullback than I anticipated, because I allowed my trade to have room to breathe, I still was able to take advantage of what the market had to offer. And I wasn't sweating bullets and, you know, about to have a heart attack because it pulled back. And you'll see that price never went beyond my last high. So this was a good setup. On this one, it appears that, let me tell y'all, we're about 100 pips in profit now, even with the pullback. After price did the continuation and hit the target, it was a little more than 100 pips. So I'm anticipating, like I said, a pullback, then continuation to the downside. So on this one, I thought we were going to get a little bit more of a pullback before we saw a continuation to the downside. And we didn't get that full move up. And so the way to enter that trade on the lower time frame would have been to have a trend line and waiting for that break, and on the lower time frame, watching that retest and then expecting price to continue to move down. Now last night dropped. It dropped. There was news regarding COVID cases, and I've got to pull up the specific article, but that is the impetus that propelled the market to move toward market structure. So in this one, I believe that I'm going to see some more movement to the downside on this pair before we determine what is going to happen from this point. So if you're not already in this trade, I would wait for price to form the swing low on a lower time frame. I'm sorry, y'all. This cat is just rude as ever and wants to walk right in front of the mic while I'm recording. But anyway, I'd wait for price to form a swing low, wait for a pullback, and have that trend line, let it test the backside of that trend line, and then continue making the move down. So this was a good move because I believe this one, you're looking at 7-0 was entry, and right now price is sitting just a little under 100 pips in profit. So I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. So audnzd, I marked this one up probably about, it's been a minute, June 13th. So almost 2 months ago. Wow. Okay. And so it made the first move of what I thought it was going to do. I thought long-term potential that we could see a move to the downside for about another 100 pips, 120 pips or so than where it ended up. But that news yesterday for NZD, which caused that currency to become weaker, resulted in a strong reaction to this last low area. So with this big move, I think we probably see some continuation to the upside, potentially retesting this level of past support before we see any type of move to the downside. So I think this may play out. We'll see. But I think we got to get further away from those numbers from that news before we see price move through. So this one, we got for sure about 200 pips out of it. There was potential for 500. And I want to say, 200. This one was, bear with me, y'all. Yeah, this was more like 300 pips at this point. If you took profit there. I've moved my stop down to protect the profit, and I just let it run. But I'm probably going to go back and do a little bit deeper dive to reevaluate this to see, what my move is going to be. But it would be nice to see this complete all the way out. So unfortunately, GBPAUD is the pair I did a video on, I want to say last week, and I have no idea why it didn't save. My projection on this pair was that we were going to see a sell on this, and I thought we were getting there. So last week at the time that I did the video, I thought we were going to see price sell from this point, but that's not what's happened. Price has not broken the last high Oh my gosh. This cat, y'all. He does not like me paying attention to anything else but him. But anyway, we did break this high right here, but we didn't break this last high. And so what I see potentially is a pattern. And Ryan would be proud of me. My trading buddy Ryan would be proud, because typically I have a difficult time seeing that, but I see a potential pattern for a reversal. So the anticipated move that I thought we might make, we may get it. We may not. We'll see. But this one is still in play. So we'll see what happens. So that is the wrap up of the trades that we looked at. I hope this was helpful to you. I think the next video, I'm probably going to do an in-depth discussion regarding market structure. I mentioned in the last video that a lot of people message me and comment on my videos, basically saying that market structure wasn't necessary to take a look at. As a scalper, as you know, why do you go through all of that? Why is this important? So I think I'm gonna do a video on that so that you guys can have a better understanding as to why we do what we do and why it's so important. And again, I don't want to make trading seem like it's so easy and so simple. It is. To an extent, but it definitely takes some time, some practice, and you have to develop the skill in order for it to become simple, but it really is. So I want to break it down, explain it the way that it was taught to me so that someone else can have an aha moment and benefit from it as well. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If it was helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're looking for a group of like-minded individuals and traders, we go live in our group probably about once a week, looking at potential setups for the market and then also just discussing aspects of trading. So you'll want to click the link below the video that says join my no-cost Facebook group, complete the prompts that it's taking you through, and you'll be directed to that group. If you're looking for something just a little bit more intensive and intentional, you'll want to check out the mentorship opportunity. There's a link below this video that will take you through that process as well. There's more definition and explanation on that if you click that link. And then if you have an idea of trading, you feel like you're pretty strong in it, and you really just want to look over my shoulder, my trading buddies and mentor Benny and Ryan, our setups, then you're more than welcome to click the link below the video that says follow my trades. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If this has been helpful, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will talk to you all on the next